Well, that was fun. Go down this way. And it's never ending. So if you were building sailing ships and putting them in a bottle, then you'd probably start building bigger and bigger ships in bigger and bigger bottles, or you'd start building smaller and smaller ships in smaller and smaller bottles to outdo yourself. And you'd be proud that you figured out how to do that, and you know, you show it off to your friends and they'd be, wow, that's cool, man, that's a really small bottle. I need to use a microscope, you know, microchips, for God's sake. Or you could write a book that didn't have an end. You know, you just kept writing it until you died. You don't need many resources to do that. You would probably need, you know, some pens and paper or a computer or whatever. And you just keep writing. Of course, it wouldn't win you a Nobel Prize for literature or a lot of money, because stories need a beginning and a middle and an end. You got to find out what happened to the characters. But it could be wonderful for you. I think that's what journaling is like. Why do people keep a journal? A journal that nobody's going to read. Maybe some people give it to their kids or a best friend, but it's just a journal. It's a thing I do. Tell my story every day. Or make videos, put them on YouTube, and nobody watches them. You feel you need to experience and express, tell a story, create something, learn something, and you just do it because you love it. It makes you feel more alive. And that's the whole point. That kind of vitality that's inexplicable, that feels like love, loving. It's inspiration. Again, feeling myself breathing in this body and feeling good about it at this moment. And I think that's why smart people always laugh at themselves. I'm not saying I'm smart, but because when they're trying to express something, or anyone who knows something, they're trying to express it, it's so obvious to them that they think they're sounding ridiculous explaining it to someone. It's like, this is obvious, right? Why am I explaining this to you? That's silly shit. I like that cafe over there, by the way. Mosqueros. Never been to Mosqueros. Here's a very nice house with a very nice wall. You know, I mean, how do you feel as a parent when you're 90 and your kids are grown up and their kids are grown up? I think if you're lucky, they're still intimately entwined with your life and that you can see generations, more generations down the line, more happy families, more grandparents, and you just feel good about it. It gives you a warm glow. Every grandparent I know, and including my own, I could see that glow watching the young people. And they just felt that. Why would we want to throw all that away just to win a game? Why would we want to throw that away to make war in the 21st century, 2021, for fuck's sake? Sorry, but really, that's what we need to do now? Ooh, nice view. have a peek at that. See, if I see a view like this 100 times, I'm always excited about it. It's good enough for me. Don't need heroin. Don't need to be the champion. Don't need to go to the Olympics. Maybe I'm not that competitive. Maybe I don't want to be a monopolist either. I just want to enjoy this right now. And I feel bad sometimes because I think, maybe some people just have no access to that. Libyans, Yemenis, people in certain parts of the world, Mali, or certain parts of America, which is a shame. They'll never, ever, ever have a chance to feel the way I feel, but they do anyway. So every miserable person on earth, unless they starve to death as a child, has had moments of bliss, joy, has felt love, connection, dependence. Everyone. It's not something you're immune from as a human being. So even if you've only had access to an hour or 5 days or 3 months of joy, just unrepentant joy, it's just there flowing out of you. You can't stop it. You don't know why. Entrada? What is that place? Somebody loves dogs. Hello, doggies. They're all beautiful. Lovely dogs. Grand amour. Big love. Grand amour. Entrada. Maybe that's a dog shelter. It could be a dog shelter. There's tons of dogs there. So maybe it's big love for dogs. Hello, doggies. Hola. Bom dia, doggies. Hello, how are you? So, yeah, maybe big love for dogs. That's nice. You gotta remember where that is. But just like hatred and ignorance and fear and depression and disorders on a grand scale, none of us are immune to simple love, So do I take a chance and go down that dirt road? Yeah. And he thinks I do. Hola, bom dia. I'm careful because I'm old. That's a cool scarecrow. I wonder what scarecrows scare in this region of the world. Probably just a bunch of birds. So we're not immune from love and joy. So the idea, if we can, is to figure out how to maximize it and how to share it and help other people maximize it. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a coach or a therapist or a psychiatrist or a doctor, PhD, or a motivational speaker or a priest or a nun or a monk or a mystic. You can just be a human being who's kind and nice and funny and friendly and just loves life, and you can share that enthusiasm and joy with people unashamedly, unabashedly. Why not? And don't be ashamed of it. Don't let people tell you you're silly because you're happy, or that somehow you don't deserve it. Don't feel like you're a faker. Don't get an imposter syndrome about loving life. Just say to yourself, yeah, baby, yeah. Austin Powers here. I'm sexy and I love it. Sorry for the stupid 1990s film reference. And understand that so many of us are ashamed of being happy. It's unmanly. It's not professional. It makes other people jealous. They'll hate you. Ah, boy, if you feel that way, get over it, because we need happy people who can give people a better road to wisdom. Because this may be the end of days, people. All the emergencies that we've been talking about for decades, all these cascading feedback loops, they're here now. They're a part of our everyday reality. This is happening now, and we don't know what's going to come of it, but we do know it's not going to be like anything Homo sapiens have experienced in their whole history, hundreds of thousands of years. We've never had a planet this hot, ever. We've had climates that were colder, but not this hot, and it's going to get hotter. So even in the face of maybe failing this whole grand evolutionary natural experiment, how messy is this going to get? Shit. Not much confidence after breaking my wrist and fucking up my hip. If I just rolled through this, it would be easy. I wouldn't crash. But I'm fucking nervous. I've found a road now. This will work. I can do it now. Trust the tires. Trust the mountain bike. It is very slippy though. The faster you go through this, the better. But I'm not going to do that. Because of reasons I told you. So I'll go back the other way, because I don't know where this comes out anyway. Oh gosh, look at these orchards in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, so the world needs happy people. So if you're one of those happy people, and the world needs optimists too. I'm actually an optimist, but I'm also a realist, so there's a balance. I know that the potential to sort things out is there, but I also know that we may not be able to do that. It may just be contrary to the type of intelligent animal that we are. You know what I mean? That's another interesting trail. All right. I'll talk to you in a second.